present with us tonight. Okay, we are officially recording. Boo, the floor is yours. Like I was just saying, Tony is going to be walking us through all things tech this month. So I'm going to let him have the floor, and I'm going to pause Beyonce. Hold on. Okay, so we're good to go.
DJ.
Yes. All right, ladies. All right, babe. All yours. Let me mute myself because we're in a similar space. So otherwise, you guys would hear all types of echoes. And as usual, I am going to stick around after if we have questions, want to kind of get updates and everything like that. Okay. All right.
Good evening, ladies. How are you? How are you?
Hey, hello.
Hey. What's up?
Hello. This is Drika. For some reason, my computer's not letting me turn on my camera. It's being retarded.
You're good. You're good. Let's see. Let me share my screen really quick. 1, 2, 1. Yeah. Boom. Can you see my screen, Cedrica? By any chance?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, perfect. And if you guys can all see my screen. So I'll go ahead and just kind of give you an overview of what we're gonna go over tonight. I'm gonna be taking you into MailerLite, basically, which handles those transactional emails and automations. So basically, I think we're doing 3 steps here, yeah. So configuration between your website and MailerLite in this example. Also, there's MailChimp. What's the other one I always forget? ConvertKit, yeah, all that. It's pretty much the same thing. Small differences. Yeah, configuration, and then I'll show you how to add contacts to your database, aka MailerLite. MailerLite. Haven't had a beer in a while, but anyway.
That's all I can do.
Yeah.
God, that's what I thought you said. I was gonna go grab one from the.
I was like, this is
Miller.
On this whole 30 diet, so it's been a while, So yeah, and then when we add contacts to the database, we'll look how to do it manually. We'll look at how to do it through a landing page and a pop-up page. And then lastly, automations. I put time for the magic. So that's like the magic of it all. Again, that whole make money in your sleep, communicate, be active in your sleep type thing. So did everyone do their homework and create like a MailChimp or MailerLite account last week? Okay, perfect. Okay, awesome. Let me go ahead and move this to the side. All right, so I'll go ahead and start with MailerLite here. Okay, and then so basically I have sign up for a MailerLite account, get signed in, and take a look around. I left up an email. Let me go ahead and open this up. That maybe some of you have ran into, maybe not, but basically kind of how to get past their verification process. I signed up, and let me show you guys my website really quick. This is my website right here. It says left blank intentionally because I do everything through Brackens Creative. So MrBrackens.com is pretty much just blank. So anyways, I sent that in and they said, thanks for choosing MailerLite. We received your request, but at this point we can't give you approval. And then my response, I said, hey, I'm a real person. I teach people how to code and exercise. You can see my Instagram at since that. So on this page, you can see I made apps. I do hosting, basically telling what I'm doing. And they said, thanks for the update. Your account has been approved now. So basically, if you don't have a website, just let them know, hey, I'm a real person, because people create like programs and stuff to like automatically create these accounts. And then, all the spam mail that you get in like in your spam folder and stuff, they create these kind of automatically. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you. Over there.
Did anyone have any issues signing up?
I think when I originally signed up for MailerLite, they were having issues just getting my contact in Square. So then I kind of went over to MailChimp But now the MailChimp free trial's gone, so now I'm back on MailerLite. Like, all right, well, it was nice pictures.
Yeah. And most of our main stuff is on MailChimp too, but it's paid. So, but yeah, with MailerLite, you can kind of do a little more on the free while you're kind of building your business and stuff. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and go to MailerLite. So sign up. I put sign up and verification, must have a legit website or prove that you're a human. When you do sign up, I went through it this morning on a new account, but basically you have to have like a physical address for your business. We put the UPS store for it, but basically they have to verify that you're, again, real address and that type of thing when you sign up. And I'm going to jump to WordPress. So basically, I'm going to be going through this configuration for WordPress, just an overview, but this also works like if you have a Shopify. I think Wix even has some of these plugins, though I know it's kind of tough with Wix. But let me just go on in to WordPress. Has anyone seen WordPress by any chance? You have a website? Okay. Yeah, so basically this is like where a developer will come in, or whoever's creating your website, they'll come in and they'll, add a theme and make configurations, that type of thing. So again, kind of like brace yourself just for all the tabs and stuff. It's not, I guess, surprising for like a developer or a web developer. But I know if you're not used to seeing this, it can kind of be like a little overwhelming. But so a couple things that I just wanted to kind of just show you guys is what I've done is, and let me go ahead and open Elegant Themes. I've installed a plugin called Bloom. Let me see, take it here really quick. And there's plenty of plugins. So like what I'm gonna show right now is just like a pop-up plugin, but if you just went under WordPress or Shopify or whatever, went to plugins and put in pop-up, then it'll kind of pull up. I use a thing called Divi Theme, which is one of my favorites. But you see it, so Bloom, it says email opt-in plugin, download Bloom. And that's what I had downloaded. And I just came in here to plugins. Where are you? There you are. Add new. And this is all on your worksheet. So I installed Bloom, which is going to be for pop-ups. And we showed you that on the last week, but I'll just show you here really quick what's going to happen. So if we wait, I think that I have it on 5 seconds. Hopefully. Boom, there it goes. All right, so this is a pop-up, basically. And what I did is configured this to come up after 5 seconds. And everything is just like, basic, no design or anything like that. We're strictly focused on the, configuring these things to work. And then later you can go in and actually kind of like design these pieces. So basically I'll trade a freebie for your info. Once you put your info in here, that's when the freebie comes, right? So I'll go ahead and I'll put Tony at Signal.com, which is the app I'm working on. Hit subscribe. Okay, so basically, once you're subscribed, you can choose where the confirmation page goes, right? So I just put it on like a Google Doc so you guys will have the idea. I put, congrats, your freebie is on its way. And I said, notice I'm displaying on a different page. This could be another offer or an entrance to your funnel. So basically saying that once somebody signs up, then if you have, again, and we're talking about funnels next week. But a funnel could be, where it says, hey, thanks for downloading our freebie or whatever it is that you created this week as your freebie. If you're interested, you can buy this here or that there, right? One of the things that I do for like my website clients, when they enter all their information, because I need that for like the content on the page, if they hit submit, then it'll go. And then what do I ask them? to get, a logo in case they don't have a logo. So it goes, thanks for submitting your information. You know, if you want to buy a logo, I'll give you a one-time offer, and they can go ahead and buy a logo down there. And that's kind of the name of the game as far as these funnels is, once they see your page, offering them a one-time, you know, so you put that pressure, I guess, on them. Here's a one-time deal for you, and you can even put a countdown, that type of thing. So again, this could be another offer, your funnel, that type of thing. And so let me just show you what that looks like. Let me go ahead and hit Bloom, opt-in forms. And I just left everything kind of as it was. So do most of you have like a web developer, or are you guys doing on your own? I don't know if you want to comment, or just so I get an idea.
Someone did this for me.
Oh, they did? Okay. Awesome.
I don't have a web
I'm
developer.
fresh and new and learning.
Okay, gotcha.
I did mine myself.
Okay.
Wix. I don't like it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, if you guys run into anything, you know, this week, feel free to reach out. You know, depending on, you know, how advanced the website is, or, you know, what point you're at with your website, you know, I can definitely help. You can probably reach out to Sasha, so she can kind of shoot me a task. I think she told you guys about that last time. She can shoot me a task on what to do, that type of thing. But yeah, I could definitely either address it in our next week, or kind of, you know, give you guys, you know, some pointers or videos, that type of thing. But basically you can see here, so it says select email provider, and I've got MailerLite there, but just to give you guys a glimpse of all of them, right? We're talking about ConvertKit, Constant Contact, HubSpot. There's like so many of them, and MailChimp is right there as well. And so here you can add an account. I'm on Bracken's Creative. Again, when you set this up for the first time, it'll ask you for the details on that. And then here it says design your opt-in form. So on here, you got the message, and you guys saw it earlier. So I said, I'll trade a freebie for your info. Of course, this is where you're going to put like specifics to the freebie that you created, that you want to pop up, that type of thing, your message. And then you can replace like any of the images and so forth. Again, regardless of what system you're using, I usually use WordPress. You could just put in like an opt-in form or a pop-up in a plugin, and then it should come up with a similar configuration as this, which WordPress is called a CMS, and what's the other one? Wix is called a CMS, Shopify, those types of things. So they're kind of around the same thing. Okay, cool. Okay, and then also, I'm hearing myself. Okay, so another one that I installed is called WooCommerce. And I'll just take you here. So you can kind of see it says I have some orders and that type of thing. So this is another free plugin. And basically, so if you ever use WordPress and then you install WooCommerce, you basically got Shopify, basically. So that's what they do, where you can just add a store, that type of thing. And I'll just go to mrbrackens.com/shop. And then you see I put a little item. I said a product to buy right there, but you can upload all your products and it'll show on this page. Okay, and that's the store, WooCommerce. And again, if you guys have any issues setting these things up or need help, definitely reach out. I can help like one-on-one. And then the last one, and if these can be found under plugins here. And the last one is WooCommerce MailerLite. And as you can imagine, if you were using MailChimp, like Becky, you were using MailChimp earlier, you just put in MailChimp here instead of MailerLite. But you can kind of see I went ahead and installed WooCommerce MailerLite. Okay. And then again, once you install these things, it'll kind of take you through what it'll ask you for, like an API code, but it shows you where to get that from your account. So I think it's like under integrations. So let's actually look at the integrations tab here. I'm back in MailerLite, by the way. But you can kind of see, so feature integration, so Shopify, WooCommerce, WordPress, Facebook, Instagram, so it kind of integrates with all those. Okay. Any questions so far?
Yes, I do have a question.
Sure.
So here with the featured integrations, I see that you have Facebook. Does that take your friends' information or the followers' information from Facebook and integrate it into MailerLite for you?
So let's see, it
Right in
says,
front of me?
so this says it'll add a subscription tab to your business Facebook page.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. So basically when it comes to these integrations and stuff, depending on the platform, Facebook, Instagram, it'll only give certain access to certain pages.
Okay.
So yeah, on this one it's business file or business page specific.
Okay.
But that is good, right? So if you say, hey, go like my Facebook business page, and then you have a subscribe tab right there too, that'd be one of the ways, an additional way, and in addition to what we're gonna go over to get people into your, I'm calling it database, by the way. That's my nerd talk.
Okay, got you.
When I say the database, I mean in here in MailerLite. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, cool. All right, so
I have a question.
yes.
This is Drika. So I have ClickFunnels. Does it work the same way with
Yes.
Shopify?
With Shopify, I'm not 100%.
Or do we have to use the WooCommerce? Is that
So if you have ClickFunnels, I'm trying to think about how is it. So with ClickFunnels, I believe it tries to do all of these in one. So it's basically like having a MailChimp,
right?
having a WordPress, kind of all in one. Yeah. So I believe on the back end when you kind of like go to emails and yeah, because they have a database I think on ClickFunnels too.
Right.
Basically, they try to keep it all encompassed in that app. So everything that we're going to go through, yeah, ClickFunnels tries to kind of keep it there, which I'm not a big fan of, just because once you decide to step away from it, and I think they charge a lot in my opinion. But once you step away from it, it's kind of like you've got everything all encompassed there, so it's harder to kind of like leave basically.
Okay. So should I? Because it would be for me to put like a product on my funnel, it would be just specifically in ClickFunnels, right?
Right, I believe so. I'm trying to remember. So with ClickFunnels, they have a store there too. Yeah, right, because you can charge right through ClickFunnels. Yeah. So what was the question? You're saying should you?
So I was asking, does it work the same way as it does with what you're showing?
Yeah. So I'm going to call it a roundabout way, but basically, yeah, in ClickFunnels, basically their strategy was to make this process easier by having just everything in there. Like you have how I showed you WordPress with the WooCommerce, which is the store, and then the marketing with like MailerLite, MailChimp. I believe they do it in there as well.
Yeah.
They just kind of have it all in there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right. So let's see. So first, I'm gonna actually. Oh, did someone else have a question?
Yes. So I'm following along, but for someone of course is me that just downloaded MailerLite. This is a just database to integrate everything with your website and basically creating a funnel system.
Exactly. And I would say that this is step one. So basically the objective is, so last week we created our freebie, right? So this week, what we want to do is once somebody signs up for that freebie, the purpose of it was to grab their information, their contact information. And once you have it, now you can do some really cool things, basically what I'm going to show you, depending on their activity and their actions. And I'm going to show you a little bit more about that. And let me go ahead and click on subscribers. So the easiest way to get a subscriber here, just click add subscribers. And then you can import CSV, text file, and so forth, or just add manually. I've got that menu in my way again. 1 second. There you go. add single subscriber. That's the easiest way. That's also the way that you don't want to do it. But in case, you know, you have someone that says, hey, add me to your, you know, to your email blast list, you just come in really quick, you know, either give them a link or you could just add them in like this. Okay. All right. So next, I'm going to go ahead and let's go forms. And, oh, actually, I'm sorry, sites. And basically, this is a landing page. Let me go ahead and click create. And let's just call it test landing page. Save and continue. As you see, we've got a couple here. What did I just call it? Oh, no, okay. These are groups. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so when you create a landing page, it'll ask you which group would you like to add them to, okay? So when you hit subscribers, you've got groups. And so with automations, I kind of look at like groups as tags, right? So if you have someone, I think I created one that was called, okay, here's one, right? Called super interested, right? And for lack of better word, what that means is if I send out an email and I say, hey, you know, here's my product, here's your product, or, you know, I've got a new product, this, that, or the third. And then I put a link in there that says, you know, please head here for a consultation, right? And then if they click that consultation link, you can take that action to mean that they're super interested in what you had. That was my wording for it. I should have had a different wording, but they're super interested in what you got going or what have you. But nonetheless, that was the thought behind that. But let's just go ahead and click Tony test here and save and continue. So right now, so we just went to sites, said click to create a landing page, and it said, okay, which group do you want to save it to, right? And then you've got all these templates in here. And you can either start this from scratch or you can choose a template. Let's go ahead and let's actually select this one here. So again, the three that we're going over is adding manually, which we saw, and then we're gonna do landing pages, and then we're gonna do pop-ups. And the pop-up is what we saw when I went to my website. Remember we waited and it popped up on you? That's the pop-up. Or you could do a landing page like this. Okay. And basically all of these, so anything that you see, you can edit. So I can come in here and change the image, change the words and so forth. This is the main piece here, right? Is email address. So once they put the email address there and they click get sneak peek, which again, you can change all of this content to whatever you want it to be, right? You put in your pictures, your company, all the things could be edited here, right? And let me go ahead and hit save and publish. It creates a landing page. So basically, since we said, let's save this to a particular group, okay, and this is where they get you on the upsell, right? They said if you want to use a custom domain, then you have to upgrade your plan. But let's see, let's see if I can get there really quick. Sorry about that, y'all. Subscribe. Okay, so subscribepage.com, that's their little custom URL, and then the ID for your page. But however you edited this will show up on this page. And so you're probably thinking, okay, this isn't gonna help me very much because of this URL. Well, let's just say that you wanted to get people into your funnel, and you don't have a website yet, or you have a new product, so you just want to create it on its own page. you can go ahead and use this, put it in your link tree, which is an Instagram, right? Because if they hit your link tree, most of the time they're not even worried about, you know, what your URL it is. They're just on your Instagram page, boom, they hit it, they come in here and check what you have. And then when you put in your email address right here, basically it adds that contact to your database. Hopefully that wasn't too difficult.
Tony, I have a quick question, or maybe it'll help, because so with like this is also something that we could like post in different like Facebook groups that we're a part of, and different forums and everything like that too, right? Like just like we would our website, correct?
Right.
So for instance, let's say for Cedrica, since you put your you put your freebie, you got like you put the link in the group, our Table at 10 mastermind group. But let's say you're also in like 5 other groups. You could take that link then, right, Tony? And like she could, like if she's in like moms in the kitchen and, moms with daughter group and, moms, in San Diego group and all of that, she could also like share that link, right? Like in those various groups that way, without sending people directly to your website. You could just post it in the group where they can quickly, get the download to the freebie.
Right, exactly. And one of the use cases, that's a great use case too, that you mentioned, because so we just created a landing page that quick. And I mean, let's say that again, if you're in, the moms group, right, you can kind of change this to moms and that type of thing. But what this does, it basically creates a simple landing page like this really fast. And you saw how we connected it to a particular group. But you can create a group and have many. Let's just say you have 10 landing pages for it, right? If I'm in a fitness group on Facebook, I'll add to this one. If I'm in another group, but you just make them really quick, change out some images and drop them in there. But you can link them all back to the same group as well, if that makes sense. So again, these are just, I know that I think it's called landingpages.com is one of the businesses, but basically it's where you're just creating a page really quick and you're dropping it out there and you're getting customers' information. And then once their contact is in your database, then you do some things that I'm going to go over next. So that's landing pages. Let me actually go through forms for you guys really quick too. Which you can kind of see we have one right here.
So Tony, do you recommend, I've never created a website before, plan on it, it's coming soon actually.
Okay.
But do you recommend using MailerLite to make the website or something else? What do you
So I usually use like a WordPress or, I'm usually hired to do like websites and stuff. I prefer WordPress. So with MailerLite and these landing pages, it actually would be a use case right now, because if you don't have a website right now, right, then you can just kind of just whip one up really quick and use those before your website is up. And then so, for instance, with these forms right here, I'll go ahead and let me just click embed code, right? So this is like our brand building challenge, and I could click HTML code and then hit copy and just add it. I know it's a lot, but just add it to like your page, to your website. And basically you can implement this on your website as well. Let's see.
So that means it's good to use either on or off of your website, right? Like on or off of your website, you can still utilize it.
Right. So this is a form, right? Basically, which is just like a landing page, but it's just the form. And that code that we just showed, I just dropped that code onto, this is brackenscreative.com, onto this page called 5-Day Challenge. And it looks like I built it into the website, but really it's just from MailerLite. And then people go ahead and enter their information, and then they're dropped into that 5-Day challenge, if that makes sense. So saying that to say, if I didn't have this website that I can add it to, then I could have just used one of those landing pages and sent that out instead. And then again,
also I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just want to make sure I'm clear. So when we do get our website, this is a way, like when we have something new coming up, we can add it to the website without having to revamp or spend extra money trying to customize that.
Right. And even if you didn't want to add it to your website, right? Let's just say that, next week, Sasha decides she wants to do, I don't know, some type of special or a webinar or something like that. And we don't want to touch the website. I just make a landing page and send that out really quick and then grab everybody that wants to do that, right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. This is all, again, so this is all like a developer stuff, guys. So bear with me, or ladies, should I say? Bear with me here. All right. So.
Oh, don't worry, because if I got a question, I'm calling.
Right,
okay?
right.
I'm
Yeah,
calling.
hit me up. Okay, so we covered how, so through the pop-up, which is on the website, the landing page, or just adding them manually, right? So let's see. Let me go back to group subscribers and then groups. Okay. Did I do this in here earlier? Okay, so I told you guys, so I have that super interested one. I have that Tony test, that type of thing. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think if I should show you the one I made earlier. Just go ahead and create one. That's great. Let's just go ahead and create a group. And we'll call it Welcome to Table of 10. Okay. And let's create one other group. Actually, you know what? I'll use the other one, super interested here, okay? All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna go into automations, and you can get very
I like your super interested group, babe. I think
Thank
that
you.
was,
I appreciate
I like it. I think we should keep it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, so let's go into the magic. Okay, with automation, let's go ahead and just create a workflow. And hopefully this is where all of it comes together. So let's create a workflow. And we'll call this freebie. Someone has signed up for your freebie, right? Workflow trigger. Okay. So you have these options. What we're gonna say is when a subscriber joins a group. So basically, like we saw earlier, that landing page, the pop-up on the website, all those things were to bring them into a group. And let's say, welcome to Table of 10. So in you guys' case, this would be the freebie, right? Create a pop-up or you create a landing page and you put your freebie there and you say, hey, do you want this freebie? Which is something usually someone would pay for, but we're gonna go ahead and give it to you for free. They say yes. Okay, cool. This is my way. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and hit save. All right. So when a subscriber joins a group called Welcome to Table of 10, and we'll just hit plus here, right? And we're gonna have just an email, okay? And we'll call it Welcome to Table of 10 and design the email. All right, and I'll go ahead and create new. So similarly, there's templates and that type of thing. I'll just use call it the text editor. All right. So it says start writing your text. So here, this is once someone gets dropped into your group, and I'll just say, by the way, so the wording for these emails, we're gonna go over in the marketing module. So just FYI. So, but usually this would be where if you're in a big company or even just me, hey, where's your marketing person? Can you link me with them so we can make sure that all the verbiage is specific to your company and, kind of communicates your brand promise. So we'll say, thanks for downloading the freebie. Here it is. And then we can we'll create a link. Insert a link. I'll just put a hashtag. Here it is. here. Again, this is going to be like you want your content to be right, marketing right, all those things. Additionally, you know, we're hosting a webinar on X date. Click here to sign up. And then let's go here. And we'll create a link. And I'm just gonna say, Mr. Bracken. Alrighty. That makes sense. We'll say we're done editing. And then again, so like that landing page, like any email template, you can go in and make it colorful. You can add all your, you know, images and colors and branding. You can add it all to that, right? Okay, cool. So right now, if someone signs up for your landing page or on your pop-up, you can say they'll get this email automatically. Welcome to Table of 10. So we'll go ahead and hit a plus here, right? And actually, let's just hit delay. Let's just set delay. I'm gonna wait 1 day. Just so it doesn't seem like, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. We're gonna do that immediately because we said go ahead and download what you just signed up for. We're giving away a freebie. So that's gonna go, oh, no, actually, sorry, y'all. This email already went, they already have the download link. So yes, let me wait a day. And then I'm gonna send them another email. And we can actually do let's do a condition. So select the condition. All right, and this is being recorded, so. We'll do let's do a campaign activity. No, not that one, sorry. Workflow activity. Select workflow email. Welcome to the table of 10, right? All right, and let's just say add a specific link click. The specific link will be mrbrackens.com, right? Because I said we're gonna go ahead and host a webinar. Let me bring you guys back down here because it looks like I'm just looking up. All right, there you go. We're gonna host a webinar. If you wanna be a part of it, go ahead and click this link, right? All right, and we'll hit save here. All right, so now we have thumbs up or thumbs down, right? So basically, if they did click that link for mrbrackens.com to go to our webinar, then I'll go ahead and create another email. And then we'll do the same thing that we did earlier, right? So they already went to the website, right? So this is happening behind the scenes. Because we said, if you want to sign up for our webinar, click here. They click it, they see nothing, they go to the webinar and sign up there, or whatever you have signed up there, or if they wanted to see your new product, they already signed up. So then, again, we're gonna be waiting a day here, and then we'll say, you know, it was nice for you to visit us. And then we'll go into designing an email again, right? So, and then at this point, we know that the person who had clicked that they were interested in the webinar, they're more interested in our business than the person who saw it, but they didn't click the link, they just closed it out. So we don't want to bother them anymore, basically. But this person that clicked it, so now we'll just go ahead and create a new again. And choose our editor. And then we'll start writing our text. And you can even tell them if you want to, hey, we noticed that you expressed interest, in our webinar. You can go ahead and give them information or upsell them or provide a link to a product that you sell, that type of thing, okay? And then let's go ahead and hit done editing. And I won't put anything on the red side because that's saying that they didn't click it. But that's not to say that you can't. If they didn't click that link, then you can trigger off another email about something else, right? And then this just goes and goes and goes. And again, this is where you can get really creative and where many people do get creative. And then again, they're just in their sleep. They've sent out that landing page or on their website out to so many people. And then they come, they sign up for something, and you've got these things that are triggering off all throughout the day, all throughout the night, etc. And then again, let me go ahead and hit plus again, and let's just look at the delay again. So this time, let's say that I set the delay. Let's just say I'm gonna wait 45 days to send off this next email, right? Just to give you an idea of how in-depth and planned out some people have, right? So you might wait 45 days and then you send out another email. And then if they click that link, you know what I'm saying? So you just keep building onto this. And again, so this is what we were saying like last week, whether you want to use MailChimp or if you want to use MailerLite, you want to stick with it, I believe is what Sasha said, because once you set up this entire thing, you might set it up for a whole year of sending out emails, upsells, that type of thing, downsells. And once it's set up, if you switch services and then have to set it up again, then it's like, dang, I don't even feel like setting all this up, you know, because you have all these automations kind of firing off. So
and that's
again,
so good too to follow up with like, you know, customers that said, oh, or they go to our website and then you never really interact with them. You can hit them up 90 days later, like, oh yeah, that one. And then they're like, oh yeah,
Right.
I did see something I like. And it's
exactly.
you're not even thinking of them anymore. You probably forgot the interaction or
Yeah,
never even had an interaction with them. So like this is
Exactly. Yeah, and depending on
there's
how
this-
many, okay.
Oh, no, go on. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, you know, depending on how many products that you have too, again, you could just do one like every first of the month. Hey, it's us, you know, or what have you, because you do have to keep in mind though, that you can get you can do too much with this, right? So if you say, oh, okay, I want to send this, then I just want to wait an hour and then I want to send this. And then if they click that, you know, and then they start getting all this email, they're just going to hit unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And then they're gone, right?
There's a sweet spot in days. I was going to say, so for most people, and all of our businesses might end up being slightly different as we really like dig in here and get our feet wet with like drafting them, and depending on if we have a service or if we have a product, and if it's a physical product or a digital product. And we're going to get way more in depth, like Tony said, when we get to the marketing, the marketing module. But for now, I will say that a lot of times the sweet spot is anywhere between 5 emails and 10. 10 kind of leaning on the heavier side. I did post an article in the group earlier this week, and the whole thing wasn't necessarily, something that we need to look to, because this person was like, I just want to like lay in bed and travel and like not have to work. And that's why they started selling digital products. But for us who are adding the digital products and adding, this email marketing really as a fundamental in our business for additional income and things like that, for us, we kind of need to find our sweet spot. So they said that most of theirs are 10. I'm thinking a lot of ours will lean more towards the 5, but like Tony said, you'll have the immediate, and then you'll have, a day or so, and then you'll have 5 to 7 days, right? So you'll have that kind of where it is an end, right? At the end, it does come to an end. And then you would try to like loop them in for something else, right? Whether it's another digital product or another event that you have or something like that. Or you have your general ones too, right? Like a lot of emails. I received a lot of emails yesterday for women, what was it? Oh, what's the day? Lord.
Women's International Day.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I got a lot of emails, that day, right? Also, you'll see a lot of emails around the holidays. You'll see a lot of emails, certain holidays or when something new happens in the industry or your industry, then that's a good time to kind of send emails out. So those are kind of those emails. A lot of us already send those out, right? General, like even Cedrica sent an email out today about sickle cell and her new podcast episode that I need to check out this week, right? So those are fine, but that they're not the same as what we're doing here, if that makes sense, right? So sending like a general email blast, and you can still send these general email blasts out, but what Tony's showing us is more for business, right? Like more for sales. Like we're kind of pushing the line and having these people that we're sending or funnel in here to actually purchase something more than just kind of catering to our community and knowing eventually that they will purchase something. So for like what Tony just, showed us, somebody downloads the freebie, boom, right? That's the first step. So when we send them an email, we're offering them something else. Maybe it's to come to our webinar. Some of them are going to click to register for the webinar. If so, then we'll have maybe 5 emails that they're going to get overall, right? If somebody says no, they don't want to sign up for our webinar, then we'll probably switch gears and hit a whole nother funnel, right? Like maybe they don't like webinars, but maybe they want another product, or maybe they want a bundle or a digital product or something like that, right? So we'll still have like 5 emails under the red too, for like another option, because maybe they will be triggered off of that. If they're not triggered off of anything, then you can just keep them in your kind of general emails, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and maybe one day they'll actually do business with you after they earn some more trust or something that you offer, a new season they might be into. But like Tony was saying, it goes from like really interested to kind of more like your cold, warm leads, right? Where you don't want to bother them too much. You just want to send them, those emails every so often when you're generally sending an email. And a lot of those people kind of remove themselves from your list too. So I just wanted to add that. I'll shut up again.
No, you're good. You're good. And that was a good kind of like lead into what I was going to say next, right? Because we're going to look at actions here, right? So let's just say if someone clicked something, or if they're just at the end of your workflow here, you can go to action, and then and we could just say move to group or copy to group, right? I probably would prefer to use copy. Well, it depends, right? Because if your workflow keeps going, then you can hit copy to group, and then let me just do move because it's easier to understand. So here, we'll just say move to group, and we'll move from the welcome to table of 10, and then we'll move them to the super interested group, basically. And this is happening, all automatically. So they get here, waited a day, got the email, and then they clicked in here, and then now you can go ahead and move them to the super interested group, and it will remove them from the welcome to table of 10 group. And that's why I was saying earlier, so I kind of call the groups like tags as well. Because you're kind of filing, kind of like Sasha was saying, you might have a group called not interested at all, right? Like after they've jumped through a lot of your, automatic workflows, you waited 30 days, they didn't click anything, then maybe eventually you get moved to the not interested group. And then, and I don't know if you've ever seen from different companies, they might say, hey, we're showing that you haven't read any emails that we've sent for like the last month. Do you want us to remove you? That type of thing. And that's just another tactic too, to get you back engaged, right? And eventually maybe they will remove you because maybe wherever they're paying, they get charged per contact. So it's like, if you don't want to buy anything, then let me just not spend my money on you.
I have a quick question. I know we're almost out of time, so I'll just really quickly. So if we move somebody from, let's say, welcome to table of 10 to super interested, that probably would make sense. Like, let's say in the welcome to table of 10, I'm trying to sell everybody a course, right? So let's say I send the email out to 100 people and 10 people buy the course. I wouldn't want to keep them in the flow, because the flow is still going to be trying to sell them the course, right? So I would want to move them out of the initial trigger into more like either super interested or like the general population, right? Or how does that work?
Right, and just keep in mind that tags could be anything that you name them, right? So right now we have, okay, super interested, not interested at all, but we might have the table of 10 group, the webinar, the accountability group, here's some products, product group 1, 2, 3, that type of thing. So depending on what they click, and again, it doesn't have to be immediate. It could be like, oh, okay, well, she actually bought something. She clicked the buy link. So 30 days from now, I want to send her something that says, hey, we have a brand new product. you should really look at it and perhaps buy this. When even though the email is saying, hey, we have a brand new product, that might have been from like 2 years ago, right? But all of the branding is still the same. Oh, and they go, oh, a brand new product? I'm glad they're hitting me up. Okay, oh, this is cute. You know, that type of thing. Boom, and then you jump on that. But saying that to say, you jump through, you know, with us saying interested, not interested, that's just kind of like a, kind of putting it smaller, right? More understandable. But you can really have like groups of products, or again, how we have like a 5-day challenge to find your target market, you know, all these different things. And then depending on the action, you basically want to use those links, you know, where it says, oh, okay, well, you know, they were interested in that. And there's other actions too, right? Just did they open the email at all? If you open the email at all, now we're going to switch you to this group. So there's many, and I think MailChimp may have a little more on their page, different actions and that type of thing. Yeah, so does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. All right, and then so I want to look at one more thing, which I showed you guys. One of the first things that we did, we installed this WooCommerce / MailerLite. But basically, let me log into different. But basically, the WooCommerce plugin that we did earlier, basically, and again, if you have Shopify or something like that, this would come from someone buying something on your site. And I'll just go ahead and hit subscribers. So basically, my email came through as a subscriber. This is my new account that I just set up, so I can show you guys this. But it came through via me buying something, basically, if that makes sense. So I put a group called Woo for WooCommerce. Let's see, and then all my information that I signed up. And I will show you that here. But basically, if you have a store and someone buys something, they come in here, and then once they buy something, then it automatically puts them in your list. And then I just wanted to show you guys this as well. So then if you do an automation, create workflow, my way again. Once you've linked it to your WooCommerce or your e-commerce, however that you have it, you see over here, we have not just email automation, but e-commerce automation. And this is like one of those like big features that a lot of people look for. So since it's connected to your WooCommerce, it says this workflow is triggered when a shopper provides their email and leaves before purchasing. So if they went, and we had talked about this, I think a little bit, right? Well, a couple of times where if I'm adding all these things to your cart on your website, obviously, we probably want to take them through a funnel or that type of thing. But if I'm putting in my information, then I change my mind, you can go ahead and start a trigger here. So abandon checkout. And then we want this to go, you know, and this is 6 hours after items were abandoned. But basically, if you ever, again, I feel like Fashion Nova, probably everyone does this where it's like, hey, you left this in your cart, right? Just like, you left this in your cart. So, and then you would call this, you know, abandoned cart. And then also, so that's how you set it up. Again, you can set up that trigger as well, right? So that can take you into other, you know, other workflows as well, right? Where it might be something that's cheaper than, you know, what they had put in the cart, or just, you know, that they're really interested because they almost bought from you. So they might go into that super interested and start seeing other products and stuff from you. And then also you can say, oh, okay, purchase a specific product. So you might say, hey, if you purchase this specific item for me, usually they're going to want to, you know, have this item as well. So when you purchase a specific product, and let's see, select a product from your store. And I only added this one, that a product to buy, you know, for example purposes. But you kind of go ahead, insert it in here. And then when they buy that, then I can go ahead and create a trigger off of that in particular. And again, if you have any items where it goes nicely with this other product, you might say, hey, you bought, this blouse and it goes really nice with these pants, or, this, I don't know, digital product that you have, you can upsell to the workbook. You get this workbook right now and just send the email through there. And again, you can take them and jump them through all of your workflows that you created and automation, workflows/automations. And I think that's it right now. Was that too difficult? I know I'm nerding out.
And you gave us a lot of good information too.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Thank
So
you.
I'm gonna, no problem. I am gonna drop this into the group. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask in the group. I can answer, right there as this week comes, but let's, and maybe Sasha, if you wanna do, the homework for this week, maybe we should at least all set up the workflow for our freebie that we should have from last week. And then if you guys have any questions or platform specific things, let me know in the group, and then I'll either look into it and reach out, or I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look into it and reach out.
Awesome,
or I might already know it and then reach out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Beautiful. And ladies,
That's
I was going to say, so I had a couple of ladies from the group reach out last week about like their website. And if you've already had a conversation with me, that's fine. But we have Tony and the guys have offered to essentially anyone who needs a website, they're going to do them half off. So let me know for us ladies in the mastermind program. So let me know if you are in need of a website so I can get you to Tony, in that capacity too. So again, if we already had a conversation, then I know who you are, and that's fine. You're still in queue. But if anybody in the group needs like a website or needs even maybe like more help with getting all of this kind of stuff set up, let me know, because our team can assist. So, and this also might be a thing. I know we also talked about bringing on people and kind of team building. So for me, this is a lot. I know for a lot of people, it might not be a lot, but for me, it's a lot. So definitely, kind of you can utilize some help with this. As far as the wording, like Tony said, the homework for the week will be to set up our flow, at least one workflow, right? So whatever our freebie is, we're going to piggyback off of that and kind of set up a flow around that freebie. If you don't have your website up yet, it's fine, because we're going to do it off of a kind of how Tony showed us, where we could, what is it called, babe?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Oh, great.
The landing page. That's where I'm confused. Like, okay,
yes.
I have a website, but then you don't have to have a website to create a landing page. So I kind of lost you all there, but I'm with you, Tasha. I need somebody.
No, if you have a web page though, we can add that information to your website. It'd probably be best to have a pop-up on your website, is like the general way.
Okay, so then yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you're like me, again, that's what I'm saying. I'm all for being Bob the Builder, but then sometimes I just know when I can't. And like, I didn't even take no notes tonight because nope, I don't want to know. However, we will work together in the group this week to flush out those emails. So we were thinking about waiting until we got to marketing, but I think it's going to be really, really important that we at least have that first funnel up and running now. So like I said, we'll either do the landing page with your freebie on there and funnel through there to your email, or we will do, if you have your website already up, then we'll do it through your website. And I know that there's a couple of us who have already done kind of email blasts. So we'll just essentially, still work together maybe to fine tune it with our wording and the days and all of that. So we're going to work that out this week in the group. So by tomorrow morning, this will be up if you have to play it back. And then also I'll start kind of adding in kind of what those emails should look like. We'll talk about where we should post your link and stuff after it gets done. And please take advantage of Tony's offer to assist. So if you have some questions, ask the questions. Closed mouths don't get fed. And, this is one of those things that kind of moves quickly. So I would rather you kind of get the understanding that you need and actually let's get our workflow, our first one done. And then that way it'll be a lot smoother to add on to, change up or have new products for as we move through into marketing, in a couple of months. So we'll already kind of have this foundation and fundamental. So I think that's all. And I am going to stick around. I know it's late here and I know we went over a few minutes. So I'm going to stick around a few minutes in case we have any questions, praise reports, updates, issues, whatever the case may be. Maybe that are not related to tech. If it's tech, ask Tony now. But when he hops off, I'll stick around for all the other questions.
Tony, definitely want to work with you. We know the history. So this is where we're picking up. This is where we're picking up, and we will be in contact.
Okay, sounds good.
But I do want to stick around, Sasha, because we've got some catching up to do.
Okay.
All right, I'm outro. If you guys need me, I'm in the group as well.
He's the only boy in the group.
Yeah. All right.
I love you.
All right, love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, ladies. Okay. My face hurts a little. That was so much. But okay, how are we doing? How's this week? Do we have any questions, concerns? How are things moving along?
Good. This is Adrika. So,
Hey, girl.
so how should I, okay. Because I already have kind of everything set up. So how should I do? I need a funnel for the product process of it though.
Yeah.
So should I should basically do my through ClickFunnels because that's what I already have.
Yes. If you already have it set
it looks
up,
the same pretty for the most part.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're already comfortable with it and you're already subscribed and your contacts are already in there, it's probably best to, keep up that pace because otherwise you would have to be, importing all your contact. Like it would be a whole another process that's probably not even worth it to you at the stage in your life.
Right.
So yeah, definitely it's the same thing. And you can also, again, you could always have Tony, share your screen, kind of like log in if you have any questions about how to like utilize some of those functionalities. But yeah, I know that you're already, set up and kind of used to sending out the email. So maybe we'll just, like you said, find another product or something like that, if you want to still kind of go through the steps with us. And we're going to work on formulating the emails too. And like, I don't know if you already have down, how many days it usually takes for your people to convert or what your conversion rates are and that type of thing. So we're going to kind of still dig a little bit deeper, in the upcoming weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I still need to know all of that. So for the at my
and
products.
Then, okay. Yeah. And then we're about to move into more of like funnels too, right? So like the funnels, the landing pages, all like, so saying that to say, just kind of stick with it. Or like you said, that's a perfect idea. Kind of do it based off of the products and we'll have that kind of be what you're working on, the next week or so.
Okay. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, absolutely.
So with the funnel, I guess for me, I get kind of confused because I don't necessarily, I'm not saying I don't sell a product, but I don't have a product that's like readily available to put like a Shopify page type of thing. You know what I mean? So
yes.
And I'm not there yet. Like I want to be able to scale to get there, but I'm not there yet. So as of right now, is this something that would be useful for me?
Yes,
or
absolutely, because we're about to get you there. Like, no sense, and that's why we all had the homework of creating a freebie, right? So that's your first kind of. Now you do have something digital to offer the universe, right? Whether it's tips on how to decorate a cake, whether it's what to prepare for. I think we talked about like what to prepare for before booking your wedding tasting, right? Wedding etiquette, whatever you want to talk about is fine. That's going to be geared towards letting yourself be known to your target audience. If you don't have, in the next thing, we all need to be coming up with the tripwire. So by the end of this month, we will all have a digital product to sell, right? So that's what you would be selling through your landing page. So again, like Tony said, we can either add that to your website or we could sell it through emails and, you know, just the link through your, you know, adding that landing page. But your funnel will be whatever this $5.99 to $29.99 product, digital product is, right? So whatever, it's a guide, and we all have Canva at this point too. So don't, you know, hesitate. And again, if you're already kind of up and going, or you have some stuff in the works, it's a great time to either come up with another digital product or flush out what you have, right? So I have a couple of like worksheets and workbooks and things like that, but I'm doing something new for this. I'm actually, I'm doing a bundle, pretty much it's a how to fire your boss bundle. So that's a question I've been getting a lot of, you know, questions about. So in order to kind of go through this with you ladies, I'm coming up essentially with a whole nother digital product for this. So we're all going to do it together. And it doesn't have to be very many pages. It could be like 5-6 pages, and you could sell it for $5 or $6. And now you've added that stream of income, right? So even if you sell 10 of them a month, it's still more than you're doing right now.
Okay.
So we're going to get there.
Gotcha.
Okay, thank you for that, Sasha. This is Kayla. That kind of answered my question too, because hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey.
Yeah, because I had the same question. Like I don't necessarily have, I mean, I have something to sell, but necessarily a product as of yet. So that kind of helped me out with that as well. By forming that product, you know, I'm gonna eventually be able to get some worksheets or some type of digital product together.
Absolutely. And I think I know we're doing something else for the workshop, but maybe we can have a little follow-up call and kind of, you know, to help if anybody needs help. The ladies who have already created some digital products can probably help everyone else. So I know Cedrica has a whole ebook.
I would love to help y'all.
Yeah, drop some tips. You know what I mean? Like let's kind of share some tips and strategies, but it doesn't have to be that hard of a process. It's really just biting the bullet and getting it done, right? So we definitely, everybody, and I can help you come up with maybe a tripwire products. But for instance, the freebie would probably be like a 1 or 2 page guide, right? And I showed in the group examples of the freebies that we have. Yep, Cedrica posted hers. So look at those freebies. That is what a freebie should look like. A tripwire are these low-cost products in order to initiate a business relationship. Because if somebody buys something from you, they're a lot more likely, as long as it goes well, right, to buy other things for you when you do have a product line, right? When you do have, you know, Simone's frosting, right? And you have your own frosting line, you know, with the little squeeze things, right? Or cake decorating boxes, or whatever the case may be, with all these products that you're going to come up with. If I've already bought your guide on how to, you know, decorate a cake, or, you know, things as a new bride that I should know about, you know, all of these things, like whatever it is you're talking about. If I bought your guide for it for $5 or $10 or $15 or $20, I'm gonna be a lot more likely to, you know, do business with you in the future. So now you've helped me while I was a bride, or you've helped me around the time that I'm planning my wedding. I'm going to trust you to help me when I'm planning my baby shower. I'm going to trust you to help me when I'm planning my housewarming. I'm going to trust you to help me when I'm doing a birthday party, or, you know what I mean? Like, it could kind of like your clientele will grow with you, and people are going to be a lot more likely to continue a transactional relationship with you if you break the ice and get it done quick, right? And it opens you up too, because you can only do cakes where, you know, your general area, maybe a few cities over or maybe a state over, but you're not going to go that far to actually deliver or create these cakes for people. So it'll open you up to other communities, other demographics, you know what I mean, that you can't service with the service that you provide now. Sorry for the lecture.
No, that all makes sense. I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. Any other questions, concerns? How are we doing this week? Is everybody feeling okay about the credit module as it's come to an end? We're all still, and don't forget, $50 worth this month, pay it back this month, rinse, repeat. Do it on hair day so you just know, like. Beautiful.
That credit module was way easier than the little tech module, because boy.
I told y'all. I warned you. I'm like, don't worry about that. That's gonna be easy. So we're definitely getting into the nitty gritty. And one thing to keep in mind, ladies, it's really essential that us as entrepreneurs have a firm understanding of what it takes for our businesses to be successful. All of this you can streamline at some point, right? So I'm not saying that you need to be the only one that's doing your emails and doing your funnels and building your website on your own. Now that you know what it takes, you'll know the areas of your business that need to happen, right? So kind of, and I think I gave the example last week. If I said, hey, I'm gonna pay for you an assistant, you wouldn't even know what to tell the girl usually, right? Or the guy or whoever's helping you. You're like, I don't know, like I'm just running around in circles, my head cut off, and I'm calling my clients, and I'm not, you know. So by understanding all of these areas of your business, like I said, we're gonna go over, you know, HR, hiring, contracts, like everything. Then you'll know and have an understanding of what to expect, right? Where you can inspect what you expect. So now if you bring somebody in, you're like, look, I need email funnels for every product. Get it done. This is what it should look like. You know what to check for. Shut up, Jackson. You're going to be going through people, huh? Like Boss from Hell stories with Undercover Boss from Hell edition. Okay.
For every product?
Yes, you should have a funnel for every product.
Okay.
At some point, right?
Okay.
And again, you doing it yourself, that's almost unachievable.
Yeah, no, I got assistants, so I'm gonna tell them.
Exactly. So let's streamline that now, right? If you have somebody helping you, that is a perfect task for them to do.
Okay.
Right?
I'm get her started on that tomorrow.
Exactly. And you could say too, so for instance, like how you have, you know, you're coming out with the apron line, right? Mm-hmm. So if somebody buys your apron, then they probably would want to get your spatula kit. They would probably want to get your, you know what I'm saying? Where you know what makes sense to upsell, right? And you're continuing to let them know about your products and let them know about your offerings and things like that. But yeah, it should be one for, it's a trigger usually for everything when you're doing it right. And again, as solopreneurs, as, you know, small business owners, as, you know, moguls in the making, we still probably need some help. It's hard to do it all ourselves, and I understand that. But I want us to have a firm understanding by doing it ourselves of what we need to be doing, so then we can then take that, teach it, streamline it, and not have to do it anymore ourselves, right? Unless you want to get into the business of email marketing. I don't.
No.
I don't enjoy it. I don't like it.
Thank you.
I don't want to. So some of us might be a new business model. You could offer it to all of us, and we could just pay you money to get it done. So
it's exciting to learn, though. It's a really good tool.
I'm sorry, Regal.
No, it's okay.
Find on what's it called? Fiverr. You can find VAs on there for really cheap.
And a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah, Fiverr is great.
I know I'm biased. I know I am, because I have tech people, right? So I have Tony. So for tech, like and we have used Fiverr for certain things, but like for instance, we had a logo done for a client. It was like a drawing part of a logo. So our logo guy did the like wording of the logo, and then we sent off kind of what we wanted. She wanted a picture with the logo, like an image, and the lady done took something she found on the internet, and it's like, so.
I wouldn't use Fiverr for that. My main assistant isn't from Fiverr. She's from a whole nother company. But I use Fiverr I use Fiverr for like I just started my second YouTube show for like editing my videos. That's
nice.
I have somebody that's pinning my Pinterest post, my blogging stuff to Pinterest.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Stuff like that, little things like that is very cheap on Fiverr to use like for a lot of stuff, and it's dirt cheap, I promise y'all.
Okay.
So, like even if even if my assistant can't do that all, I'll probably look on there for somebody to help with the the email stuff.
Yep. That's so smart.
Yeah.
I like that.
So like small stuff like that, y'all go to Fiverr for stuff like that.
See, this is why masterminds are important. Like I hope because I did. And let me try again.
And another reason I feel it's important, y'all. So being in this group really made me realize, like, damn, I really want to have a business where I'm creating something and not just selling someone else's stuff. So there's a problem in the big feet community because I'm 6'3", y'all. If y'all didn't know, I'm 6'3". I wear a size 12 foot.
Yes.
I can't find shoes, and now I'm modeling, and I need black heels. I need this, and I can't find. So I was like, damn, I got those tan clogs and I need black shoes. I'm about to be modeling in lingerie on the show next Sunday. She was like, I need you to have something real jazzy, sis. And I'm like, yes, where am I going to find it? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take the shoes I got and I'm going to create something. She was like, all right, go for it. And she just totally believed in me. Y'all, I got a look at them.
What?
Okay.
So these are earrings from Regal's Gems.
From
a boa, and then I glittered the heel.
You lying to me.
I did this.
No, you didn't.
I made these.
Wait, did you? First of all, those are bomb.
Thank you.
Second of all, do you have a before picture? Because I kind of don't believe you.
That's what somebody else said. They said if you don't have a before picture, it's not real.
I want to see.
I am going to show you guys the before picture. So I took a picture while I was spray painting, so you'll be able to see that it had nothing on them.
Wow, I am so impressed.
Let me blow it up. So this is while they were outside drying. Can you see with the spray paint?
No, it's a little, okay, yeah.
So it has nothing. And those are earrings from my jewelry collection.
Wow.
I Mod Podged that, and I just spray painted, and I glued this on, and I was like,
that's amazing. Yeah.
So I'm just like, is this the business for me?
I'm so proud.
It's so crazy, y'all. My big sister, I always run into this issue, and she was like, well, why don't you just make shoes? And I'm just like, whatever, leave me alone.
Yeah, shut up.
And she was like, every time I say it, man, I need to find shoes. They need shoes for big girls. We like shoes too. She was like, so why don't you create them? And I just, for years, we have been doing it.
She's been getting on your nerves all this time.
And then I keep thinking like, well, why won't you do it? You keep running into this problem, and it's just like, this group told me like, find your niche. Find the problem in your community.
Yes.
And you fixed it. And so I'm just like, am I gonna be creating shoes?
My heart is full.
That's gonna be
you
dope.
guys.
Please post the before and after in the group, because that's definitely a win. We need to tag that one.
You guys. Thank you guys so much for y'all inspiration and just I love us so much.
Yes.
So with that, Regal, you got me about to open my mouth.
Okay, girl, we need some wins.
You got me. So I originally started Royal Crowns, like I told y'all, with the head wrap group. But something in me just kept saying, that ain't it, Jazz. And me and Sasha have been going back for almost a year. Life, that ain't it, that ain't it, that ain't it, that ain't it, that ain't it. About 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, I really love the word mother, like MUVA. It's boss to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different outlook. So I took a complete hiatus from social media because I felt like I needed to step back and really listen to what I'm being told. Listen to my purpose. And I've come up with the Mother Mommy group. Hold on, let me show you. And it's boss mommies blazing through postpartum trials and tribulations to reach peace, tranquility, and motherhood.
Oh,
Like a big
It's beautiful, Jazz.
There you go. So this is really, of course, I still have Royal Crowns, and that's going to be my business portion of it. But this is going to be where I am reaching out. I'm making my freebies. I am telling my experience. I'm telling my story of ex-military, losing one of my twins, living through that, still in school, and just making everything so much relatable. I plan on getting, how everything mother. So the big old like
everything there.
mugs like that are this big. We love big mugs like this.
Oh, my sister creates those if you need them customized.
Solid
creations.
With
yes.
Mother Mommy Amit. I just got approved from I'm waiting on Shirtsy, but when they let me know that I'm approved,
as they will,
Mother Mommy group shirts, all of it. And that's where I'm just going to start building from there. And I've really gotten that clarification from you guys because I was originally just trying to start with a product and the purpose behind it really wasn't there. That was pre-pregnancy. So the story that needed to be built from that and the leverage from that is exactly where I'm going. And my brain is this entire book. I'm halfway through it and I just bought this journal. My brain is boom, 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 because now that opens a door for my community. Like, who exactly am I looking for? I'm scrolling through Facebook. Mind you, we just had COVID. So there are a whole bunch of COVID COVID babies. But now that has gone by, I'm seeing a lot of posts of just moms, body positivity, depression, anxiety, alcohol, all of it. And I've dealt with all of it. And I wouldn't say that I've made it through it. But I've gotten
You're making
I've gotten over a pretty big mountain. And with that, I don't know how spiritual everyone is, but everybody has always told me that I need to write a book. 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 I had a past life reading done, and I was actually a scribe apparently in my past life. And that goes along with the journal that I'm creating. My journal is a little bit further down the line, and I felt like I needed to really create something that's going to get me there. So I'm putting my journal here for a minute because what I want it to be is impossible at the moment, and I'm okay with that. But this is where we are, y'all. And Regal, I completely get what you're saying because so many answers of just like blankness. I knew where I wanted to be or where I'm going to be. But I'm like, I don't even know how to build a website. I don't know what's going on. Who, what, when, where, why, how. And y'all are just, I can't wait until I retreat because honey, we're gonna be sipping on mimosas. Okay.
So many mimosas. It's gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be absolutely ridiculous. It really is.
On bottles, like
I cannot wait.
We know how we do. We know how we do, Sasha. We know how we do. So with that, I'm gonna get this little man asleep. But Sasha, we will speak later on offline and just move forward with everything. But I can't wait because everybody in this group is automatically it's for moms, young, mid-aged, whatever, and it's yeah. We just gotta.
Well, we're gonna have to start somewhere. You know, I had that. It's not for all moms.
Well, I need
you gonna grow. So right
I need you to tell that to
it's baby moms. It's
tell
moms
that
with babies.
To my husband because I told him what age group I told him everything. I narrowed it down and he was like, well, why? I don't want you to leave anybody out. I'm like,
yeah, you gotta leave all them bitches out. If they ain't got any babies, they don't qualify, period. Like you be trying to do too much. Every time I leave you alone for about 5 days. That's all it takes for her is 5 days. Like
look, it's me. But okay, I will see it. I'll talk to y'all later. Sasha,
okay.
let's
Good night. Good night.
Bye. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
All right, ladies. And did anybody else have questions?
No, I was just saying honest to listen to everybody's wins.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, me
Simone,
too.
what did you do for your birthday?
Girl, on the actual birthday, I was tired. I did go out. I went and had like margaritas, and then only took one. Because like
The older we get, that's how it is.
I haven't had a drink like that in like I don't even know how long. Because all last year I couldn't drink, so it only took one, and I said, "Oh, it's time to go home."
I'm tired,
and I was asleep by 8:30.
Oh,
so
You sound like a good birthday, well rested, you know.
right?
I said, "Okay, hey 30, this is what it's like." Yeah, it's not like turning 20.
Yeah.
But no, I had a so Saturday I did like a photo shoot
Nice.
for Sweet, and that was fun. I was literally up for 41 hours straight. I was trying to make it to 48 just to see if I could do it. I didn't.
Okay, you're playing,
but yeah, I was really playing, and but I got 2 cake dummies done, and I'm gonna plan another one because I want to create at least like 2 or 3 like just super extra over the top wedding cakes to have for displays.
Nice.
So, but that was what I did Saturday, and then I had like a little birthday dinner afterwards. So yeah, I did 40
Awesome.
I'm happy you enjoyed
So
your
you
journey.
worked mostly, but
I worked
you know,
mostly,
that's
but
where
to
we're
me
at.
it's like that. I don't know, like I know people are like, well, are you gonna ever do anything just for fun? Like for me, that's fun. Like I'm enjoying it. It's like
Right.
it's not work to me. You know what I mean? So I know it's like, well, you
I
need
like
to slow
making money on
down.
vacation. So
No,
I
this
mean,
is like me playing around. Yeah, like I mean, even if I was to go, because I want to go on a couple of there's like this cake expo in Texas, but Texas is playing with this whole no mask
they're all
thing. So I don't
wide
know if I want to go
open.
for real.
Right.
But like that's a fun vacation for me, even though it's technically work, but
yeah.
I'm okay with it. So, but yeah, that's what I did this weekend.
Well,
Very
happy you
cool.
enjoyed yourself. That's what's up.
All right, beauties. Well, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being
Love you
here.
guys.
I
Love
will
you too, you guys.
and check into the group because we're gonna be working this week. So y'all be trying to duck and die. Turn on your announcements.
This one's hard.
I'm about to get it. I'm about to get it
Don't be
in
like,
right
oh,
now.
I'm on Facebook this week.
I'm
like,
gonna be.
We'll just go straight to the group.
So yeah, I'm gonna work on that freebie. Like I want to do something that's targeted toward a couple of things. One is like I don't know, a couple of things that are like common misnomers in when buying a wedding cake, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Like what people think are like not expensive, but really it's about the same price. You might as well go ahead and get the cake.
Yep. Yep.
And then another one, I guess, coming up with some things like brides wish they knew. But
okay.
In order to do that, I need some brides.
Yeah, I mean, ask around. Ask around. You got married before, so you're a good,
I did get married before, but I didn't have a wedding.
Oh, I mean, still. Okay. Pick the right guy.
I can
that's
help
number one.
I'm sort of a bride, kind of.
Okay.
I can help you with that. They have a lot of questions for sure.
Yeah.
I'm assumed to be kind of already. It was crazy because COVID kind of made my wedding plans very crazy. So I'm halfway a bride and I'm halfway married. I just haven't had my wedding yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just send me a DM and we can connect.
Or you could even put it in the group, Simone.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because I mean, there's quite a few. Yeah, there's quite a few married or have been married or soon to be married, ladies in the group. So put in, maybe we could just start a discussion and that might give you a lot of the tips right there. You could just flesh them out.
Okay, cool.
So like, what did you wish you knew,
Right.
Put case study and then we'll know, it's for your project. But, what do you wish you would have known before getting married or during your wedding or, you know what I mean? And I like that. Myths and like what is it, like Mythbusters and that type of thing. Those
Yeah,
do really well.
Mythbusters. Yeah, that type of
Yeah,
thing.
those do really well for freebies.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. Well,
All right,
thank
ladies.
you again.
Yes, have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
evening.
You
You the
guys
same.
same.
Okay,
Good night.
talk to you guys soon.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.